Organic emergency food. Available now at shop.real.video.
It wasn't long ago that I warned one day we would wake up in a totalitarian society where only one official view is allowed to be uttered online. And it turns out that we're here. It's happened. It has happened. I just got off the phone with Alex Jones, who confirmed that Twitter has now deplatformed Alex Jones. Now, this isn't a podcast even about Alex Jones himself. It's about the principle of what's happening, because we now find ourselves in a society where the authoritarian, unelected tech giants are systematically colluding to deny a basic civil right to one targeted individual, Alex Jones, and actually it's spreading to many other individuals, like Laura Loomer was just banned off Facebook for 30 days. People are being deplatformed left and right, literally politically left and right. Alt-left websites are in some cases being deplatformed. Conservative websites are being aggressively deplatformed. I was deplatformed off of YouTube months ago, I think in March of this year. No one elected these tech giants to give them the power to do this. They are unelected. They are not granted such powers in the Constitution or the Bill of Rights. These tech giants are such a danger to society. I almost can't underscore this enough. We're dealing with so much more now than just censorship. These tech giants now have the power to control the outcomes of elections, to control the economy, to control government regulators, to even determine what laws get passed and what laws don't get passed. They now influence and control science journals, medical schools, universities. They rewrite history. They reshape the present. These tech giants have almost absolute power over all of us, whether you're on the left or the right or apolitical. You are now a slave in a system that has gathered so much power that it is now exploiting and abusing against us all, that the system itself, the tech giants, have become a clear and present danger to our society. And I use those terms deliberately. They are a threat to our nation. They are a threat to basic human rights. They're a threat to us all, no matter where you stand politically. Because as I've mentioned to my friends on the left, I've joined you for many years in opposing GMOs and herbicides and pesticides. I've spoken out against big pharma and the mass drugging of children and adults all across America. I've promoted organic food. I've talked about the toxic, dangerous ingredients in certain vaccines. And these issues are very important for many people who consider themselves to be progressive. And yet, guess what? We're all being censored on those issues too. See, it almost has nothing to do with Alex Jones, the person. It's the principle. We now live in a controlled authoritarian regime where the government itself is rendered practically powerless. The tech giants are running the country, and the tech giants are in bed with communist China. Apple has turned over its entire cloud. Everything that you upload to Apple, all your photos, all your texts, everything goes to China. Communist China has the keys to all the encrypted data, and they're building profiles of you and hundreds of millions of Americans and billions of people around the world now. China is building a massive global database because Tim Cook from Apple surrendered all your data to China. You didn't know that, did you? Because China told Apple that you can't do business in China unless you give us the keys to the kingdom. And Tim Cook bowed to the emperor of China, who, by the way, is now a lifetime dictator. There are no more elections in China for the emperor. I don't know if you knew that either. That happened just a couple of months ago. So Tim Cook bowed to the emperor and surrendered the privacy of hundreds of millions of Americans and billions of people across the planet to China. And China is now running Apple. China is telling Apple who to censor, who to ban. China has infiltrated the universities throughout, not just California, but across the country. China has infiltrated, and communist let's say, communist movements have infiltrated Congress. So we have this now very, very dangerous, this mafia isn't even a big enough word for it. It is a global, dangerous techno cult that hates America, that hates President Trump, that hates Alex Jones. It's the tech companies working in collusion with communist China.